Let's talk top 5 Vikings who need to have a big game tonight. Yeah. Welcome back to a glorious Onebar and Lupagus show. Vikings football in T-minus, 3.5 hours. I can taste it. But
finally, it is here. Vikings 2023 season kicks off tonight. Preseason, baby. Woo!
Yes, which is also a reminder, Underdog Fantasy, if you don't have the app yet, get it. Put the promo code SKOL in. They already have the pick'ems up there. We're going to do it on our live show tonight. So join us live tonight at 8:15 for a little belly up pregame. We're going to be making our picks. You can tell us how stupid we are, but higher, lower. I already know there's one for Jaren Hall passing yards, so it's going to be fun to do it. Put in SKOL. They match up to your first 10 to 100 bucks. Boom.
Damn.
Do it.
Oh, look at that.
All right, so we're doing five Vikings that need to have a big game. Spoiler alert, Lupagus does not know the names, so he can chime in. He might have his own. These are the guys I think we'll agree on some, but he'll probably have some thoughts.
I usually do. I usually have a couple of thoughts during the day.
My thought is, like, we all know there's players that, like, I'll talk about it as we go. But let's talk about number 5. And I'm going Ivan Pace right off the bat. And the reason I think he needs to have a big game and back up everything we're hearing, go out there and light shit up. Get this fan base so damn excited. We're already excited for him. Add fuel to the fire.
I think there's actually pressure on him. There's actually pressure on him to perform. He's that hyped. Harrison Smith called him out as the guy to watch. So this guy actually, for the first preseason game, he's actually got some expectations to live up to. He's got some pressure on him, and he's going to deliver. He's going to deliver big time.
That's what I'm saying. He delivers. It's going to solidify that the hype we've been hearing is worth it. So Ivan Pace, I got him on there. Next man up, I got Vederian Lowe on there. And a big reason I have Vederian Lowe on there is he's currently listed as our backup left tackle. He better have a big game. He better have a great game. He better show that he can be a backup offensive lineman, because aside from him, Blake Brandel isn't even a tackle anymore, I guess. He's a guard.
He could still do it in a pinch, but Vederian Lowe is your true backup, the true tackle. That's his position. So, yeah, you'd like to see – he was a 7th-round pick last year or 6th? I think
he was 6th. Maybe it was 7th.
I think he played a little bit late in the season, played in that meaningless Bears game. Yeah, if he can come out and play well, even if he ends up playing, the first half, whatever it is, that would be huge for the Vikings to know they have somebody at least showing promise as a potential backup if, God forbid, Christian Darrisaw gets hurt. Please.
I'm getting selfish. I want more than promise. I want him to be like night and day. I want him to show that if Darrisaw goes down, that he could at least be okay.
I don't think he's even gotten to night yet. He's still just like forming in the celestial stars.
Well, then they need to find somebody else, because he's our backup left tackle.
That's what's horrifying about the depth on this old line.
All right, my next man up is Lewis Cine. Obvious reasons.
He does. Early in camp, he sounded like he was doing pretty damn good. Sounds like the last 4 or 5 days haven't gone as well. Hurt his arm a little bit. He can go out there, make some plays, look like that first round that we picked a couple years ago. That would be very, very relieving to a lot of Vikings fans.
Well, and I mean, the other side of it, I still consider him a rookie, but he's going to be going against backup quarterbacks and backup receivers. Like, he needs to be better than them. I don't care. He needs to be better. He needs to, not just do good. I think he needs to do fantastic.
Yeah, it would be huge. And, right now, I think Cam Bynum's quite a bit ahead of him, that race to start opposite Harrison Smith. So if he's got to gain ground, he's got to have a big game tonight.
All right, we got 2 left. Any guesses? Who would you put on there?
Need to have a big game. I want to see Jordan Addison have a big game, but he doesn't have to. I'm gonna say, I think you put a running back on there. Dwayne McBride. Did you put Dwayne McBride on there?
I didn't put him on there.
Okay, Jaren Hall.
You have different expectations. See, like Jaren Hall, he could be on the list, but he's the 3rd-string quarterback. Like, he doesn't need to.
A guy who does need to is Jalen Reagor.
All right, that's fair. And you know what? He's not on the list, and the reason I didn't put him on there, I think he's just too far gone. I think he could have a great game. I don't think it would matter.
I hope it doesn't.
I got Otomewo.
Yeah.
He, looking at the depth chart after it came out, I was very surprised how buried he actually was. We took him in round 5 last year. his competition he has ahead of him, Blacklock, Bullard. I mean, these guys aren't fantastic. Why is he so buried? Is he in jeopardy of getting cut?
Yeah, I don't know. You've heard barely a sniff about him in camp so far. There's been a couple rumors that he's been spotted. You'd like to see him step up and play well. I can't remember what was he like, kind of the run stopping DN at Minnesota. It's been a while since I really delved into his backstory. I forgot what his specialty actually was. But it has some depth too on this D line. We need it. I mean, our starters are okay up front. The depth behind them is almost as horrifying as our old line depth. So yes, Esezi Otomewo, second year guy. Let's see something tonight.
I think his big thing at Minnesota was he was just this big dude, athletic, didn't really light up the stat sheet, but did everything good. I think they said, like, they haven't really tapped his potential. That's what I remember.
That's what it was. He wasn't used that much.
So yeah, and the final one, maybe a surprise, maybe it's not. It's great.
Yeah, I'm curious who's actually going to kick. Are they going to let Jack Podlesny have all the kicks in there? Are they going to split it up? Are they going to just let Greg Joseph go out there and kick? I don't know, but Greg Joseph, this is an interesting battle. It's still going on. I didn't even know if it was going to last this long. I think why Greg Joseph is going to be the favorite is just, the big kicks he made last year. I mean, he made some very clutch kicks last year. Yes, he missed a shit ton of extra points that kind of kept teams in games when the Vikings had a chance to bury him. So if he can come out here, let's say he gets 3 field goal attempts, hits them all, that'll be huge for Greg.
Yeah, no, it was funny because I was thinking, I'm going to put Podlesny on here, but he doesn't have any pressure. Greg Joseph is the guy that just needs to show that he can handle it. If Greg Joseph steps on his dick and has a horrible preseason, he's going to lose his job. So it's his job to lose. So he needs to just make every damn kick, make it look easy, and it won't even matter what Podlesny does.
Yeah, and we have no idea what the plan is, so we'll see. It'll be interesting to see what they do tonight when it comes to the kickers.
Oh, hold on. Okay, all right. The plan is that Jack Podlesny is going to make every field goal from 50+ tonight. Probably about 7 for 7.
Wow. All right. I'm glad you got breaking news on your invisible headset.
Those are our 5. Those are my 5. Anybody that you would have threw on there?
I think these bubble players need to have a big game. You could put even like a Troy Reeder, this veteran who's trying to make the team.
Peter Reeder?
Yeah, I think he's been pretty damn quiet in camp. I already mentioned Rager, I think, is another one. So those are some guys I think need to step up and show something.
All right. Well, we will be belly up with our pregame live show at 8:15. Once again, remember, get that Underdog Fantasy app. We'll be doing our pick'ems on there, and we'll have some final thoughts before the game starts. And Lupagus will be going live afterwards while I'm in La La Land.
Hell yeah. Remember this, strawberries can whiten teeth.
Oh.